And Mariam, the same question to you. How being migrated from your home, whether being by choice or not, affect your art?
Well, it's a drastic effect. Okay, just taking a moment. I migrated my place. I fell in love. And initially I'm in this love-hate, so I didn't really notice what was going on around me until I could. And I spent 36 hours in labor, and I needed just at least an hour or just to sleep, so I asked my husband to take sleep. And somewhere between my and she put me into this bed. She said, do you have any enemies? Do you have... And I said, no, don't have any enemies, just kidnap yourself. Now this is directly after the I'm in panic. So I started running around. And there's my husband, and there's baby. And she said, you married Finn? And what? And I was thinking, what does happen? I've never had this experience. And this is where I really think I'm on a road. So then I started to describe differently. I started to describe differently. And in response, how people critique different culture, I see completely differently. I used to have a lot of great and look past me, but not anymore. Now I'm just really hurt. And so my next in Berlin, October 11th is the opening until November the 1st. It's called The Portfolio of Freedom. Here, I'm really testing the title of the book, Objectification.
And so, that is just very interesting to hear. So our second question is, did your art evolve due to migration?
كان في شيء تأثير للهجرة على تطور فنك ولا لا؟
أكيد كان في تأثير للهجرة على تغيير وتطوير الفن، لأنه بالآخر الفنان هو ابن بيئته، وعبر تواصله مع البيئة بيتغير كثير أشياء.
Actually, being migrated and to migrate has really affected my art, because in the end, the artist is the son of his environment, and the environment plays a really super big role in an artist and how to him he expresses himself.
فأنا بحس بالنسبة إلي في كان فترة قبل الحرب تغير كثير بشغلات برسمي بفترة الحرب، ولما اجيت على السويد صار في تطورات جديدة بالباليت تبعيتي بالمواضيع بالتيمات، دايما في تفاعل مع المجتمع مع البيئة ومع اللون.
For me as an artist, before the war, I used to draw in a certain way, and also during the war, that way also get affected by the war and everything. Furthermore, when I came here to Sweden, I've got new ideas and stuff, and that also affected the way I draw and the way I represent and express myself through art.
And Mariam, did your art evolve due to migration?
I make more videos now. I used to do a lot of drawing with an autobiographical approach, and I still do that. You can't see from behind me. But there's an element to this, to video that allows me right now to be able to speak about what it means to be another, really. And I've never really felt that way prior, if I'm being really honest, living in Australia. And also before that, I was 1 year in Paris. I didn't really have that sense that I was another. I felt that I was able to hold myself culturally really strong and with conviction. And the way that people treated me was with a lot of respect as well. However, being a migrant really changes that, because suddenly, in Finnish society, I'm not sure about it, but in Finnish society, I owe somebody something, and we get treated in that way. And how am I supposed to be employed? communicate that experience and allowing the audience to be in the shoes of the artist.
I think it is very important to just understand each other completely, whether we're artists or not. But it is a very interesting insight.
Yes.
Yeah. So our next question is, the involuntary displacement due to migration or war would flip a life upside down, not only by moving to a completely new country, but also changes the person's view on life, priorities, etc. How did your involuntary displacement affect your life and art?
دايما هي بتكون ممكن تطلب لك حياه الفنان راسا على عقب، كيف كانت نزوحك وهجرتك لهون على السويد، كيف هذا الشيء اثر عليك كفنان؟
الهجرة بتأثر على الشخص على الصعيد الشخصي، على الصعيد النفسي وعلى صعيد العمل. على الصعيد الشخصي إنه مثلا إحنا طلعنا الولاد ضلوا بسوريا، في عنا فترة كانت سنة كتير صعبة، جمعت العائلة كلياتها هون. على صعيد العمل أنا فقدت عملي اللي بسوريا وكنت بحبه، جيت على بلد جديدة أنا ما بعرف لسه شو ممكن أشتغل فيها. بالنسبة للفن إنه دايما في أوكي حالة بحث، أنا ما بدي أقول إنه هلا أفضل ولا أقل، بدي أقول إنه في اختلاف بالبلد تبعيتي بالمواضيع بأشياء جديدة، بس ما فيني أنا أقرر إذا هي أفضل ولا لا، بالآخر هي مرحلة بحث والفنان بيتم دائما عم يبحث عم يتفاعل مع كل شيء حتى يكون صادق مع فنه.
Migrating can affect the artist on all the fields, personally and also when it comes to work field and also him being as an artist. For example, for my personal field, it got affected me because all the my kids still back left in Syria the first year. It was super hard for me. And also when I moved here, it took time until everyone gathered. And when it comes about as my profession as an artist, I also lost my job as it was my favorite job to be teaching here. And also when it got affected me as an artist because I got really evolved so much and I started like developing new ideas and new aspects and everything when it comes to my art.
And so, the same question to you, Mariam.
Can you repeat the question just one more time, please?
Yeah. The involuntary displacement due to migration or war would flip life upside down, not only by moving to a completely new country, but also changes view on life, priorities, etc. How did your involuntary displacement affect your life and art?
Involuntary displacement. I really like that word because this involuntary, it is literally, you go to study math really quickly and take mine. And that was something that I was so starting, you know, I can do everything from that. And that's my mind that I'm not going to have it, I'm not going to be happy, I'm going to live by myself. So the first involuntary displacement was in Indian culture, girls aren't supposed to talk before they're married. So and then my friend had to find the contract, which he did until the night was fine, and then he kicked me out. So I decided, okay, just to get out of this country. So I did. It was fun. And I fell in love with suddenly, new country, I'm loved, you know, I'm also defensive. And then that came out there, and that's the routine just within 2 years. So involuntary displacement all around the life. And my heart is a big blow because I have to shape something that is sincerely my own with 3 different genres: land, man, and time. Yeah, I'm bigger now than I was years ago in every regard. Art is different, totally. And you'll see it on this. So this solo that's happened in a few days in Paris is recognizable something else.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. So, and our final question for the panel today, are there any hurdles or obstacles that you have encountered as an artist, whether they were internal or external, while living in your home or the new country you were located in?
بالحقيقة إنه بسوريا أخذنا وقت كتير لبين ما إنه ساعدت شبكة علاقات والناس تعرفك كمعارض كعمل كفنانة.
In Syria, it took a really long time, like as a self-artist, to build up a big network and also to start getting to know people and everything.
فإنه هاي التحدي الجديد بالحياة إنه هو نبلش من أول وجديد نعمل شبكة علاقات جديدة ونعرف البلاد الثانية على الفن السوري كمان.
And also it's going to be here an obstacle for me to start from the zero again, from like the start point, because I need to build up a whole new network again and start representing myself as an artist, as a new artist, a whole new country.
And so the same question to you, Mariam.
Yeah, I agree.
Just please talk a little slowly so the connection doesn't disconnect.
Okay. So I'm having trouble hearing this, but I get it.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree exactly what she said. And in addition, so it had a lot to do with being a female in public space. So I'm not artists trying to have voice. So a lot of obstacles were related to that. And then I moved to Finland. I don't have those obstacles. In fact, I'm really supportive. But then the next obstacle is the fact that the deleter, they don't really keep which part is deleted, as long as you say you're in front. So these are new obstacles facing right now that has nothing to do with the feminine identity. It has to do with natural identity. Or religious identity, because somehow they merge too. So the obstacles we face at the moment.
Well, that is a very interesting thing also to hear about. So that would conclude our questions for the panel. Thank you, my lovely artists, for sharing your insights and your experiences with us. Now, we would have a question panel for the audience if they would like to ask our artists anything about their art experiences or anything. So, anyone with questions, step ahead. Well, I have a question actually to Mariam. What made you want to move to Finland?
So what made me want to move to Finland?
Yeah.
My mom. That's the only reason.
Okay.
Honestly, it's too cold.
And Suzi, what made you choose Sweden out of all the countries to move to?
يمكن إني أنا أول معرض عملته بحياتي كان بالسويد.
Because my first art gallery ever I made was here in Sweden.
Where was that gallery made?
يوتوبوري. أنا ما أجيت بس شاركت باللوحات وقتها.
It was in Gothenburg. I couldn't be here, but I just sent my paintings.
So, any questions from the audience?
Yes, could you please explain something about your paintings that you have brought with you
ممكن
today?
تشرح لنا شيء عن لوحاتك اللي جبتيهم اليوم معك؟
دايما أنا برسم أشخاص بتفاعل مع الأشخاص. ممكن آخذ ألوان طبيعة بس يمكن بحياتي ما رسمت طبيعة.
I always attempt to draw people because I like to interact with the people. Maybe I take colors from nature, but I've never drew nature. I always get to draw people.
دائما بيكون في مثلا مثل هون انه الاطفال السوريين نظره طفل ما او بحب احتفظ فيها بحب احكي عنها.
Here, as you can see, this is when I draw this painting, I put about Syrian kids. I always like to cap this painting, you can already see the look in the kids' eyes.
هاي اللوحة مثلا عم تحكي عن الوحدة.
This painting talks about loneliness.
فيني احكي مثلا عن هاي اللوحة هي باسم انه الماسكات ما بتقدر تخفي الحزن. مهما تجملنا او حاولنا نلبس ماسك بس المشاعر بتبين من جوا.
This painting talks about you can't hide the pain and the sadness using masks. It doesn't matter how beautiful the mask was, you will never be able to hide how sad you are inside.
فكلنا عن لوحة عندي بتحكي قصة أو عن قصة ما. الوقت ما طويل بس يعني هيك بشكل عام يعني.
I always attempt to tell stories and express myself through paintings. Each painting has a story behind it or a meaning I want to get to the audience.
Thank you, Susan.
I'm sorry, I've got a question here from the audience. The question was, do you always paint female portraits or females in your drawings?
لا كثير برسم أشياء يعني أشخاص رجال أو حسب الحال يعني بس غالبا الإنسان بيحكي عن حاله بحكم إني أنثى بدي أعبر عن شعوري بالأنثى أكثر.
No, I also draw men, but I like it. Sometimes I always attempt, as long as I'm a female, so it's easier for me to express myself as female. That's why most of my drawings are represented with females.
Thank you.
And after our panel is over, we are gonna have...
I'm sorry, one more question.
Hey, I have a question from you. First, I get my attention to your painting, and everybody was asking who is the painter, and we didn't know until you came. I want to know why Dom are that much sad that you are so sad that this sadness or have a story. But I want to know that if before the immigration were them that much sad, or I want to know this movement changes had an effect that they are so sad, or they are always like that.
بدون أول شيء لفت انتباهك ولوحاتك والحزن فيها كنا أول شيء عم نتساءل هو الفنان رسم وبعدين لما حضرتك كنت بعدين اللي لاحظوه لوحاتك فيها حزن عم بتساءل الجمهور إذا كان هذا الشيء موجود من قبل الحرب ولا هذا الشيء اللي بلش الطابع الحزني على لوحاتك يصير أكثر هلا بعد الحرب اللي صارت.
هلا بالنسبة لي أنا بتفاعل مع الحزن كثير فبطلعه باللوحة لأني أنا ماني شخص تعيس أو حزين أو كئيب بحب كل إنسان بالحزن فلما بتصير مشكلة أو بتفاعل مع مشكلة بحب طلعها باللون أو قبل فغالبا بكون إسقاط.
Me as a person, I'm a happy person. So the way that I express my sadness is through paintings. Whenever I go through a problem or anything, I project it through the paintings because I don't want to be sad or depressed. So I try to get it out through the art and through my paintings. She calls her paintings are like her therapy.
And one more question, and this is for Mariam. Mariam, your paintings are explosions of colors, and how were they perceived in your home country?
Is this for me?
Yes.
Explosions of colors?
Yeah.
Can you be specific?
I don't know about the specifics, but very colorful and very vivid.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, that was in 2017. Yes, I started to work with ink. The story of the ink is really interesting because I was doing a lot of figurative things, and then in secret, I would do ink. But I wasn't very fond of them. I thought, oh, it's a bit boring. So then I hid them. Until one day, my auntie, she found them. And she said, wow, they're so beautiful. you have to do something about it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I make ink when I pray. So, like a connection, you know. And so everybody liked it. So then I got invited to the exhibition, Khalil Gibran, his poetry. And in one of his poems he said that God moves in our rest reason. And I thought, oh, that's perfect. So now I can put one of these artworks into this exhibition and not feel so self-conscious about it. And it was a hit. But then I started to use it. Normal. So yeah, if you want to more about these exploring the spiritual things.
Thank you.
And after the panel is over, we are going to show one of Mariam's films called Almost Reflection. And maybe you should tell us a little bit about the film.
It's the first piece made when I came to Finland. And, okay, so I would go to these festivals. I was doing an artist residency in Uvala, and there was this festival. I went to this festival, and I realized that there's all these people who do Arabic food, but they're really not interested in anything to do with Arabic culture. So I thought about this, and I thought, well, at first, the hummus is everywhere. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just do something cooking and just finish in hummus. So I put liquid, berries, tomatoes, just everything finished that I could find. And make the recipes, then I would see of this hummus that I make according to the ingredients. And so that's the video. They're commentary on. They're like in a like after net on this. You know, what do you think about hummus? Like really. So I hope you like the video.
I hope they like them too, because I really loved it.
Oh yeah, and the sound is actually, so I lived in this artist residency commune, so many artists in one space, and you know, they did, so I don't even know how to describe it, but it's one of meditation, yoga / vibe. I don't know what it is, but they got this like fit. So I decided, okay, well, why don't I record them doing this that they consider exotic while saying hummus at the same time.
Sounds awesome. Any more questions? Well then, I guess this is the end of our first panel for today. Thank you so much, Mariam, for being with us here, even though with your busy schedule, since you have your exhibit coming up in Paris. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much, Suzi, for bringing your art for us to see. Thank you, Sajid, for translating for our beautiful artists.
Thank you.
And thank you, Captain.